Alrighty, and welcome back to the Mother-Daughter Disney Podcast. My name is Amanda. I'm here with my very lovely mother sitting across from me.
Hi, I'm Janette.
Yeah, and today we're going to be, I wasn't sure what to call this podcast, honestly, because basically we're going to be creating our perfect Disney eating day. So kind of it's going to be our favorite, ideally our favorite meals or our, like what we would order from like breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, and dessert, all in the parks specifically. So we're not doing resorts or Disney Springs or anything like that. So it has to be in the parks. But yeah, but kind of what our perfect Disney eating day would be. Calories do not count here. Getting sick does not count.
Right.
So
getting full does not count.
It's assuming that like you eat the meal, empty stomach immediately. Or
I hate to
something.
say, but there are probably some people who really do eat 3 meals a day, 2 snacks, and a
for
dessert,
sure, yeah.
and whatever.
I'm just saying in general. Like,
right, in general,
in
we
case,
don't eat like that.
But
so.
yeah, some of the things I put on are like big meals.
Yes.
So I'm eating a lot of food today.
We
that
can't
I
eat those all in the same
food.
day.
But yeah, just so to say, assuming so that it's like this is just what we would pick ideally if we just could have a whole day. And I don't know about you, I bounced around a lot, so like I don't know how I'm gonna travel, back and forth. But
well, it was funny because, like I said, when we limited it to the parks, we do eat outside the parks.
Yeah, we do. It was hard actually for some of these things because we eat out of the parks a lot.
Yes, we do eat. I immediately said, and then I said, oh no, that's not in the park. We do plan, when we know, especially now these days that you have to have a park reservation. You know what park you're going to be in. We do plan when we want to leave the park and go have something to eat or come back or do or whatever. So yes, it was very hard. Yeah,
no, for sure. All right, so let's start off with our breakfast then. What are you getting for breakfast?
Okay, well, breakfast was the hardest for me because
breakfast was pretty hard.
If I'm going to eat breakfast, I'm a protein person. I'm not a cinnamon bun or croissant or any of those kind of things. I really do like a protein breakfast. I feel that it's health. Usually do it because it's healthier. But anyway, as far as breakfast is concerned, if we are going to have a sit-down breakfast, we usually eat outside the park, not inside the park.
Do. Yeah.
But if I really had a choice that I wanted to go to breakfast, I'd go to France. France has quiche. They have all the sweet
you mean
stuff.
France and Epcot, yeah.
Yes, France and Epcot, the French bakery. If you wanted quiche, you could get that. If you wanted one of those ham and cheese sandwiches, you could get that. You could get like all the sweets. So that's where I would go for breakfast when we go to Epcot. The only other thing that caught my attention was they opened up a Kusafari bakery in Animal Kingdom. And I had seen an Instagram recently of foodie people talking and whatever. And that one, they had pictures of some of the breakfast options. And I said, ooh, when we go to Animal Kingdom this time, we're going straight to that bakery to have breakfast. Because Animal Kingdom
sounds good.
Yeah, is one of those places that we go to first. Like, we don't go out and have a nice leisurely breakfast. We go there early because we like the beginning of the day in that park. So Kusafari, we're going to have to check out. I can't really name it my favorite right now because I've never been there.
Yeah.
But France would be my choice.
Okay. No, yeah, for sure. That sounds good. Yeah, I'm also the same way. I'm not a big breakfast person, even in my everyday life. I normally just have a protein bar or a protein shake or something. But again, if I was going to go out to breakfast in Disney, I would love to go to the Garden Grill restaurant in Epcot. So I'm also starting off my day at Epcot.
Okay.
I will say, I have never had breakfast at Garden Grill before.
However, you've been talking about this Garden Grill restaurant a lot.
I have been talking about Garden Grill for so long, but I would love to go to Garden Grill for breakfast. It is currently $47 per adult, and then you get it's kind of like a buffet feast type of thing they call it. So it's literally called the Chippendale Harvest Feast. It includes a cinnamon breakfast loaf, smoked bacon, fresh fruit, grilled flank steak with ranchero sauce, scrambled eggs, Mickey-shaped waffles with syrup, and cheesy potato casserole. And then there's also some other things. There's the plant-based version. You can get fresh sliced watermelon, impossible breakfast sausage, plant-based Mickey waffles, scrambled eggs in quotes, and home fries. So I would come here. I probably would end up having to get the plant-based version. However, I would want that cinnamon breakfast loaf because that also sounds really good. And the cheesy potato casserole.
Well, why can't you get the plant-based version? They don't, if you go there, you can't have both?
I think it's served family style.
Oh, it's served family style.
So I think you'd have to you'd pick, I guess, the servings, I suppose, and then it gets brought to the table.
See? And the reason you're paying $47
is because you're getting all that food.
You're getting all that meat, all the steak and all this other kind of stuff that's in there. That's where the high price is coming in to begin with. But yeah, that's not right because if you want something on the other menu, then I'm
not sure. So we have never eaten here before, but this all sounds great to me. And I have been wanting to eat a Garden Grill for so long, but because they serve family style and because we don't really eat family style at restaurants, we've just never gone. So one day I'll have to just force myself to go spend the money and know I'm only going to eat 2 bites of everything.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but I really want to go to Garden Grill.
Amanda also only eats 2 bites for breakfast. It's not
because that's the thing. Neither of us are big breakfast
she's not
people.
a big breakfast
Most of the time,
eater.
I really just get a Rice Krispie treat for breakfast.
Right.
And that's it.
So
But
as
I'm trying
much
to
as
pick
she's
something
sitting here
different.
saying, gee, I'd like to go to that.
But that's, I mean, like, again, not saying we necessarily
Right.
do this, but ideally that's what I
Right.
would want. But again,
Okay.
realistically, normally I just have like a Rice Krispie treat or something. So,
Right.
all right, what is on your lunch?
Oh, I didn't get to lunch yet. I thought we were doing a midday snack.
Oh, you're doing your snack. I did my snack. I did my snack after lunch.
Oh, no. I have one before and one after.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we can have two snacks. We're doing two snacks.
I'm a snacker. I tend to get up very early. So, I mean, when we do sit down and have a big breakfast, like I said, I do eat protein, usually eggs or something. I'm not one to get a big thing of pancakes or French toast. I go in saying, ooh, let's get the pancakes and the French toast. And then when I sit down, I go, oh, no, if I eat all that stuff, then I don't want to be walking around or whatever. So I end up getting a protein breakfast. So some mid-morning, I get cranky. So I have to have a snack. Okay. So I just automatically assumed we were having a snack.
No, we can have mid-morning snack.
But one of my mid-morning snack places I like is that we stop by the Magic Kingdom Liberty Square Market.
Okay.
Because they have like whatever you need. They have those little what are those little things called? Baby bells. Baby bells.
Talking about the cheese.
Baby Bell cheese. They have Baby Bell cheese. They have pretzels. They have chips. They have, regular soda drinks. They have when it's really hot and that time when I really didn't feel well, they had the electrolyte, the drinks, the Gatorades. So I like to stop there for a little nice, healthier snack during the morning.
Okay, yeah. So I didn't do a mid-morning snack, but if
Okay.
I was going to pick a mid-morning snack, I probably would not necessarily pick something healthy. I probably would just pick like a fun snack for
Yes.
the day. So maybe that's when I get like my Rice Krispie treat or something like that. So mid-morning Rice Krispie treat. All right, so then for lunch.
Lunch is Cosmic Rays.
Okay, so
I mean,
you're going
as
to
we
Magic
did the
Kingdom?
Cosmic
Yeah.
Rays, you realize that we like that food. I love their chicken fingers and their French fries and, whatever. Cosmic Rays would be my first choice because right about then I'd need some caffeine too. So a nice soda, Diet Coke or something would be great to get some caffeine and sit down and do that. If I wanted a quiet lunch, I would go. It was very hard for me to pick, but we went to Liberty Square Market one time. And even though we didn't eat the hamburgers or the sandwiches or whatever, it was a nice atmosphere.
Yeah.
But I love the food at Cosmic Rays.
Yeah.
So I would go to Cosmic Rays for lunch.
And I do like Cosmic Rays too, but for my lunch, I'm heading over to Animal Kingdom. So I started my day off in Epcot, took the bus to Animal Kingdom, and I'm eating at Yak and Yeti.
Okay.
And I am getting the Beyond Burger. I know it's very funny to go to an Asian restaurant and get a burger. However, their Beyond Burger has, and I have it down, pepper jack cheese, arugula, tomato, Asian pickles, onions, vegan sriracha mayo on a whole wheat bun. It's served with sweet potato fries, but I would sub it for their jasmine rice because their rice is very good. And you can get this for $23.99 at Yak and Yeti. Their burger is so good because it has an Asian flair to it, as you kind of just heard. And that's what makes it so unique and so good. You can't really get a burger like that anywhere else, It's like unless you're going, like most Asian restaurants don't usually serve burgers,
No, I've never seen a burger in an Asian restaurant.
Yeah, so it's like, but
there.
that's why it's like kind of like the Asian flair to the Beyond Burger, and that's why I really liked it the last time I had it. And when I went there, I used to love their pork pot stickers, but I do not eat pork anymore, sadly, and they don't have veggie pot stickers. But their pot stickers are very good. But yeah, but it's kind of like getting that taste, like the Asian spices and the Asian flavors in a burger, so you're still getting protein in that. Also, their rice is just so good there. Like their jasmine rice is some of the best rice I've ever had. So I was like, I'm going to Yak and Yeti. So all right, what is your mid-afternoon snack then?
Oh, guacamole and chips
You're
in Epcot.
going back to Epcot? Yeah.
Yes, we're back in Epcot, and now we're having guacamole and chips. I would like to have them in the La Cava bar.
Yes.
Because they have the trio that they the dips that they bring out with the chips. But if you can't get into La Cava bar, I could settle for the one outside that's out by the lake. But their chips and their guacamole are like my favorite snack when we're in the parks.
That is a good snack. I did think about doing that, but I did pick popcorn for mine because ideally
of course.
popcorn is my favorite snack. You can get that for $5.50 basically in all the parks for the most part. I'm not a popcorn bucket person. I don't collect the buckets at all. So I do know like cost effects and if you get, if you're refilling the bucket and stuff like that. We don't usually do that. I usually only get it maybe once or twice the whole time I'm in the parks for like a week or something. But yeah, but I do think the Disney popcorn is so good. Honestly, I just love freshly popped popcorn. I am literally thinking this weekend that I want to go to a movie just to get
the
popcorn.
popcorn.
So I may be doing that this weekend. We don't know yet. But then also I'm like, I should be saving money. I shouldn't be spending money. I'm like unemployed, so whatever. But
Well, see, mine is we get the guacamole and chips, and if we're in La Cava, I get to have a margarita with it.
yeah, and I didn't really do drinks for mine, but I will say at Garden Grill they did serve mimosas, so I did consider maybe getting a little mimosa on my perfect Disney eating day. And with Yak and Yeti, I would say I would probably get like maybe a Sprite if I was doing something. I don't know, but popcorn, we'll just get a popcorn maybe in water. So, all right, and now we're to dinner. Oh wait, I want to try to guess your dinner. So all right, so is it in Epcot? It's not in Epcot. Is it in Animal Kingdom? Is it Yak and Yeti?
Yep, it's Yak and Yeti. Amanda knows me. I love Chinese food. I'm sorry, but I do.
Wait, I'm glad that we both had yak and yeti on our list. I was going there for lunch.
It's so funny because originally I had it for lunch. I rewrote this list like 3 or 4 times because it was
hard
so
to pick. Yeah.
It was so hard to pick. I kept thinking of things that weren't in the park and things that I really like. Disney Springs. I mean, if we really want to talk about food, Disney Springs. Yeah. But as we've known from any discussion that you've ever listened to with me, I love my Asian food and I love the atmosphere in Yak and Yeti. It's just fun.
It is fun.
But Yak and Yeti to me is like just the perfect place to go. And originally I had it for lunch, but then I decided to go. I said, well, then I don't want a quick service for dinner and the other restaurant. So I picked Yak and Yeti. My thing is dumplings, egg rolls, their special spare ribs, and fried rice.
Yeah.
I mean, I already know what I'm ordering.
The lo mein is good too.
Yeah, we always know what we're ordering when we get in there. We know exactly what we're going to have. We know exactly what's going to do. I just love Yak and Yetis. So I had to put that for dinner. If I have the choice, I would go to Yak and Yetis.
No, that's why I had it for lunch because I had somewhere else for dinner. But I was just like, it's like that's why I love Yak and Yetis.
I mean, as much as I like some of the restaurants, and actually Nine Dragons, if I was eating someplace else, if Yak and Yeti wasn't on the list, it would have been Nine Dragons would have been my second choice. So the Asian food catches my attention because I think that I like the Italian restaurants via Napoli and those things, but I find I can get the Italian food that I get that's so upscale everywhere else. I would rather eat the Asian food if I had a choice because that's something I don't get all the time.
Yeah. Do you know what my dinner is?
I would say not via Napoli.
Tutto Italia.
Tutto Italia.
Yep, that is, Tutto Italia, the spaghetti con pomodoro. I had to get the meatballs on the side because they don't serve it without meatballs.
Right.
So meatballs on the side, and you can get this for $28. And it is one of the best spaghetti and tomato sauce.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Have. Yeah. It's wild, and it's funny because every time I have it, I'm like, what makes this one so special?
Because they make a really nice sauce.
Yeah, their sauce is so good. I think their sauce is also sweeter than other sauces that I'm usually used to at home. Like we don't usually put sugar in our sauces when we make our own.
My mother
sauce.
used to.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like you don't put sugar.
No,
in
I
yours.
don't put sugar in
and
mine.
I don't put sugar in mine when I make it.
My mother used to throw in a tablespoon or 2 of sugar into her sauce.
I think that's partially why I think I like it because it is sweeter than like the sauce I'm used to.
And it is that really good Italian tomatoes.
Yeah.
You know, you could tell that it's the good Italian tomatoes. And like I said, I normally don't order spaghetti in a restaurant, but if I go there, that's what I would be looking for.
Yeah, it's so good. That was the meal I had after I ran my first marathon. We went there so I could have spaghetti and
meatballs.
Spaghetti with marinara sauce. And even now it's still one of my favorite dishes. And again, I know it's like such a simple dish. You can get it anywhere in the world, but I do think there it does taste amazing. I think the atmosphere is very fun there. Obviously, you're in Epcot. It makes it feel like you're in
That
Italy.
restaurant has changed hands over the years since we've been going. And at times it's been really bad. It started off really good, then it went really bad, and then it came back and the people who owned Il Molino's kind of bought it over and did upgrade the menu and treat it a little better.
Yeah, the quality of the
Yes,
food,
the quality of food actually is much, much better. Whatever you order is usually very good. I've had the eggplant parmesan there and it was excellent. I think the quality of food there has gotten better in the past few years. Yeah. So the few times that we've been there the last few times, and that's usually the place we go to. That's usually our first go-to place to go eat is Tutto Italia.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, I love Tutto Italia. So I had to pick that one for my dinner. That was an easy pick.
Yeah, that was an easy
Dinner
guess.
was the easiest one. Yeah. Breakfast was the hardest.
Yes.
And I will say, so now we're down to dessert. Dessert was also very hard too.
For her, it's hard.
Yeah, because I love all different types of desserts, but I was like, all right, so what is your dessert?
Okay, my dessert is very easy. Anybody who knows me knows that I don't usually order dessert. We'll go to full dinner and I'll look at it and go, no, don't want dessert unless it really catches my attention. But my favorite dessert would just be sit and eat a Mickey bar.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just the Mickey Premium Bar.
Yep, Mickey Premium Bar to me would be my second runner-up would be the cookies. What do they call them? I call them elephant ears. People call them angel wings. Yeah. France used to have them. They don't have them anymore.
Yeah, since COVID, they have not brought.
Yes, they used to be dipped in. One half used to be dipped in chocolate. It was so delicious. They were so flaky. They were so wonderful.
Yeah, they haven't brought them back yet.
I would look forward to having one, but they don't have them anymore. Yeah. So really,
maybe next time you go, you never know.
Yeah, the only other thing I look forward to having sometimes is just that Mickey bar with that dark chocolate and vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, no, for sure. Again, I thought about doing the Mickey Premium Bar too because I do love the Mickey Premium Bar or like any of those classic Disney desserts. But I decided I've never had this before. But I would go to the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor on Main Street and I would order the Mickey Sink Sundae. I've never had the Mickey Sink Sundae before. This is a choice of any two flavors. I would pick mint chocolate chip and cookies and cream. Of hand scooped ice cream topped with hot fudge or caramel, I would pick the hot fudge, whipped cream, and 2 cherries. So and you get that for $18.99.
Would you eat the whole thing yourself?
No, I'd probably share it with my dad. So I guess either we get mint chocolate chip and vanilla. I guess it depends what flavor he would want. He probably would just want plain vanilla. I probably could swindle him into the cookies and cream though.
No, I don't think he'd care what kind of ice cream it was, as long as it didn't have colored sprinkles. No, Amanda used to always order ice cream when she was a kid, and never finish it. But she always insisted on having rainbow sprinkles.
Yeah, I used to love rainbow sprinkles.
And Joe hates rainbow sprinkles.
As many kids love rainbow sprinkles.
But he knew he would never order the ice cream when we used to go to the places, and because he knew she was never going to finish hers, and he would eat the other half of hers, but he'd have to eat vanilla ice cream with rainbow sprinkles.
I know. Which is funny because now I prefer chocolate sprinkles.
Right.
So sorry you had to suffer all those years because now chocolate sprinkles are superior to the rainbow sprinkle. But rainbow sprinkles are just so fun. Every kid loves rainbow sprinkles. Yeah, but for this, I figured I would get something fun, the Mickey.
Well, one of these days we could eat fast food in the Magic Kingdom and then make a late night reservation at the plaza to sit down and just go in and have the ice cream.
Yeah, so you can actually get this at the walk-up thing too. You don't have to get that at the...
You just have to find some place to sit down and eat it.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
You have to get a table or something like that to sit and eat it.
That's the problem.
But but it does look really fun and looks. It's always looked really good, especially like the kitchen sink sundae at Beaches and Cream.
Well, even their little sundaes look good. I mean, we've had ice cream from the plaza shop. Yeah, when it's like, fireworks time and
stuff. Yeah, you get the little Mickey ears on top.
Yeah.
Now the Mickey ears are included on all of the ice creams. Originally, you did have to pay an extra $1 for that, but I think now everything gets it.
Yeah, no, their ice cream is very good, even if you're getting a small sundae or a small thing.
No, it is good.
Yeah.
I do think the quality of the ice cream at the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor is better than some of the other ice cream shops around Disney. So, for instance, on the boardwalk, there is an ice cream parlor on the boardwalk.
This is not up to the same.
It's definitely not as good. The quality of the ice cream is not as good. You do get physically more ice cream for the same price, basically. But yeah, I do prefer rather get sliced ice cream and have it taste better, personally, I guess. So, and that's what I get at the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor. Yeah, but that was our Disney eating day.
Yes, that would be the day that they'd have to roll me out of the park. And
I mean, I was jumping around. I was starting in Epcot, then I went to Animal Kingdom, then went back to Epcot, then finished it off in Magic Kingdom. So going all over.
But very good. See, I can get the ice cream bar anywhere, but
so you just finish it off in Animal Kingdom.
Right, anywhere. But no, I mean, there is so much food to eat in Disney. I still say that every once in a while. I say, can we just go and not go to the park and just go from restaurant to restaurant to restaurant? It just seems to me that there's not enough time in the day to try out some of the newer restaurants, because when we go to the park, we're in the park. And even because we go so often, we've been to so many restaurants, that trying newer restaurants is hard, because some of the restaurants in the parks are not very good as far as I'm concerned when it comes to what we want to eat and how we want to eat it. So we have our favorites. But sometimes I say, gee, I want to be down there for 2 weeks just so I can like branch out and go to Disney Springs and go to a different restaurant, and then go, over to someplace else and go to one of the other hotels and try out one of those different restaurants. 1 week is not enough.
I know. Well, that's like when I was doing this too. Like my original dinner was going to be at Il Molino's, and I'm like, oh wait, I can't do Il Molino's because that's in the
things. Yes, I know.
And then my original dessert was the Steakhouse 71 chocolate cake. I'm like, oh, that's also in the Contemporary Resort.
Like I said, because we know.
I was going to do Kona Cafe for breakfast. That's in the Polynesian Resort.
Right, that's in the hotels.
Everything was in the resort, so I was like, okay.
Well, like I said, breakfast and dinners, we kind of try to plan that we can go over to other places and check out all the different restaurants. There is so many nice restaurants, so many good restaurants that you can go and just pick and choose and do places, lounges that you can go to and have a nice drink or a nice thing, or, and even dessert. When I first thought of it, the first thing that popped into my head was Beaches and Cream, because I said if I wasn't worrying about calories and not feeling full or whatever, I'd go get one of those shakes.
Yeah.
I never have a shake because after I eat my dinner, I can't possibly eat a shake.
Well, that's where you eat the shake before you have dinner.
Yeah, well, that's when I say I don't want the dinner, just bring me the shake. But, that's the first thing that popped into my head. I said, oh, wait a minute, that's not in the park. I have to have something in the park. Yeah. And I have to say that of all the desserts that I could think of, Mickey Bar just makes me happy.
Yeah, no, I thought about doing that for my snack, actually, was a Mickey Bar, because it is a great snack.
Well, so you could have had that as your morning snack instead of your Rice Krispie treat.
I was thinking, I think I would prefer the Rice Krispie treat, though, because I do eat ice cream outside of the parks, but I do not really eat Rice Krispie treats outside Disney World. So those are the only Rice Krispie treats.
And let's remember that Amanda is a snack-driven person. She loves her sweets.
Yeah.
She does love her sweets.
Desserts, yeah.
So, even when I see some of these Instagrams, I'm like, oh, Amanda, we have to go check that out. Oh, we have to go check that out. Oh, I want to have that.
No, for sure. That's what I'm saying, because they always have new stuff, and they always have seasonal items, too.
Yes.
So it's like you want to see the seasonal items, like normal items, the new items. So
one of the best things I had was at the Food and Wine when they have the chocolate that they put in the stuff that freezes it. Mm-hmm. That was very good.
Yeah. I think they're actually keeping that around, I think, longer than the
Food and Wine
Festival. Yeah, I think I saw they may be keeping that, like the nitro ice cream or whatever, around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they may be keeping that for...
I think they made a different one this time, like a fancier one this time, if I remember seeing something on Instagram. But the nitro ice cream, that was interesting because it had a great flavor. It's almost like a malt flavor, like after it froze. It was really good.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, we'll definitely have to do another episode like this, but maybe do like our favorite meals at resorts or something like that. So then we'll do all resorts. Maybe
do all resorts resort eating. We'll go from resort to resort.
Yeah, and then we'll do a full Disney Springs one too. Since Disney Springs mainly you just go there to eat and shop, so we can probably do a whole Disney Springs one too. So,
we can eat in between our shopping.
Yeah, so we'll definitely do that. All right, so now let's transition to some Disney news. So this is a little bit more outdated since we are pre-recording this episode, but there's been a lot of merchandise in a general sense added to the parks recently. There's been some for the Disney 100. So they have more merchandise for celebrating the decades. So for instance, there's a 2000s themed merchandise with Giselle's teal dress from Enchanted. There's a lot of new Magic Band pluses with designs from old Disney movies. And there's also a new book, the Story of Disney 100 book. That's this large book that goes through, again, all 100 years of Disney. It looks really lovely, honestly, like a really high quality book. We'd be very curious to read that and see what they've chosen to kind of include in that book and see all the photos throughout of it. There's also new mugs in Big Top Souvenirs, and there's new Marvel lounge flies. There's a new Star Wars jacket in Galaxy's Edge advertising for Bantha burgers, which is actually really funny. It actually looks really cute though, but I don't think I'd ever wear it. And there's lots of new winter and Christmas merchandise also hitting the shops right now, since now we are in November, so Christmas is upon us.
Christmas is coming.
Yep, Halloween is over, and now it's Christmas time. So we got plenty of Christmas and winter gear hitting the shops. Enchantment will be returning to Magic Kingdom in January 2024 for exclusive after-hours events. So if you were a big Enchantment fan and you're missing Enchantment, make sure you sign up for one of those after-hours events, and you'll be able to relive Enchantment. Although otherwise, Happily Ever After is still the normal nighttime show in Magic Kingdom as of right now. And lastly, the treats for the Jollywood Nights at Hollywood Studios has been announced, and including this really cute Gertrude cookie. Gertrude is the dinosaur, the big green dinosaur by the lake. For Halloween, they put like a little Santa hat on her, and now they've made a cookie that is her with a little Santa hat on. And it looks so cute. There's plenty of other treats too that they've been announcing. There's like some of the classics from like years past, but I can't tell if some of these treats are only going to be at that Jollywood after hours event, or if it's going to be like even during the day as well.
Get them during the day.
So some of them I think will be during the day as well, and others will be only like exclusive for that after hours event. But again, until we get closer to the dates, I think we'll find out more details of like what's exclusive and what will be, just in the trolley car cafe or something like that. All right, and now for some Disney birthdays. There are no Disney birthdays this week. Yeah, again, Disney's not big into Libra and the Scorpios. There's not that many. It's very surprising. I wonder if it's because, a little spoiler though, but Mickey and Minnie's birthday is coming up on November 18th. So I wonder if they just, I don't know, have no birthdays around Mickey and Minnie's birthdays.
Probably not. They just want to celebrate them.
Yeah, but again, that's not sweet though. But for this week, the day that this episode comes out is my cousin Sean's birthday. So happy birthday to Sean. Tomorrow, November 7th, is my cousin Emily's birthday. So happy birthday to my cousin Emily. And then on November 10th is Emily's son's birthday, Vincent. So happy birthday to Vincent. He will be 2. So happy birthday to all my family members. And then we can transition into our Disney memory. So do you have a Disney memory for today's podcast?
Disney memory. I forgot about my Disney memory. Yeah. No, I really don't have one specific memory. Running through my head right now is the food. Just eating at the restaurants and the different foods and the different things that we do. I guess the only other memory talking about food would be the dessert party. Oh yeah. Like as you asked me that, things flashed through my head. And one of the things when we talk about desserts and snacks and whatever was we did do the Disney fireworks dessert party.
Yeah, and now the dessert parties are so different from when we did it.
They are different from when we did it.
Very different now.
We did it on a freezing cold night. It was so cold and windy, but it was at that terrace that's off to the right side of the castle. But I have to say, it was set up beautifully. You paid for your tickets before time. They were not as expensive as they are now. Paid for your tickets before time. You got online. They gave you your own table, your own reserved table. They had an array of desserts and drinks that were out of this world. So I have to say that when you asked me about my memory, all the food flashed through my head. But when I think about snacks and desserts, that was back then worth extra time and money.
I know people say even now, because the desserts parties are a little bit different now. They run them slightly differently, and there's different times that you can do the dessert parties. But people still usually say that they're still worth it to this day.
Very worth it.
The desserts are really great. Obviously, if you do it before the fireworks, you are then brought to a special zone on like the lawn where then you can watch the fireworks.
See, with us, we just went up to the railing and saw it.
That's the people for before, and then the people who are after. I think then they are the ones that have the railing, and then they get their food afterwards. The fireworks. So
we had it during. It was just they only had one, and it was during the fireworks.
They do it differently now, and they run it a little bit differently too, as far as I know. But again, we haven't done.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
I was a child.
I just remember.
I was a child when we did that.
Yes, I just remember it was so cold. It was just a windy, cold December night. Yeah. It was cold, but it was fun. It was just something extra that we decided to do, and it was just worth the effort. It was just really nice.
And people say that the way they are now is also really great. So I'd love to do one of the current ones to see how it's changed since when we did it, because it is different. So they no longer do it the same way we did it. I think we had more time with the desserts technically when we did it, whereas now to get 2 sessions in, you have
They
a little
probably
bit
have less time, right?
But you can still take all the dessert that you want, though,
Right.
as far as I know. Like, you're allowed to, like, bundle up and then go to the lawn, and then you still have your food to eat. So,
Right.
but yeah, but still looks fun to do. So we'd love to do it. Maybe we'll also one of the ones in like Epcot as well, because now Epcot also has dessert parties.
Yeah.
I feel like back then Epcot didn't have them
No,
yet.
the only one they
Now
had was the
do.
one we went to.
Yeah, now Epcot has the Frozen Ever After
Right.
dessert party. That's all like Frozen themed and stuff like that. So I think that would be kind of cool. But we didn't. I remember at one point you asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said no because it was during Harmonious, and we were not the biggest fans of Harmonious.
Okay. Yeah.
So it would have to really depend what the Epcot nighttime show is to depend if that one would be worth it for us to do. However, I think Magic Kingdom would be more, since we're such fireworks people, and
Right, Magic Kingdom fireworks are worth.
Magic Kingdom is
yeah.
so special. So yeah, but I do remember that too. That was really fun. I was gonna say for my Disney memory, I was just thinking of the time with me and my dad. It was just the two of us in the park, and we got our ice cream. We were just sitting on Main Street, like eating our ice cream. But then him being very concerned that we weren't going to get our ice cream in time and get spots for the fireworks in time. Done eating our ice cream like a half hour before the fireworks, and we were just staying there. I was like, well, I'm glad we were so concerned that we were going to miss
The
this.
timing,
Here we
yeah, they are
yeah.
pretty quick. You think that those lines look like ridiculous.
Yeah, they look
but
long,
they are
but
pretty
they
quick
move
to get
through
you in and
quickly.
out.
Yeah, and then once you have your ice cream, like it's only like 1 or 2 small scoops. You
Right.
eat it pretty
Yeah.
quickly. So. But I do remember that though, so that was fun. So, all right, thanks so much for listening to this week's podcast. Make sure you're following us on social media. I will have a dedicated Instagram post on our social media, Spaceship Earth Design, all about what you want to eat in Epcot or what you want to eat in Disney. So let us know what would you change? What would your ideal breakfast be? What would your ideal lunch, dinner, snacks, dessert be? Would love to know what it is. So make sure you leave a comment on our Instagram, or if you were listening on YouTube, leave a comment down below. Nothing else.
Nope, that's it.
So yeah, thanks so much for listening, everyone, and we'll see you all real soon.
Okay, bye.